guys, it's Tuesday and you're back. Mason's back here on this Tuesday. So last week Angela asked a question on what your favorite music is. My favorite music is anything, honestly. Orchestra or classical, jazz, funk, pop, rock, anything. You name it, I like it. But at the beginning of the video, I played "So What" by Miles Davis. It is from his Kind of Blue album. And this is one of his first albums. It is a fantastic album. This really shows what a good musician, good jazz musician is, and how you can improvise and fit within the system of the chords and the functions and the structure of the whole piece and or just the solo section. It really was the stepping stone for me as a player. I really hadn't heard about it until starting to get here, and then it was like, oh, Miles Davis. Here is his first album and how fantastic it is. It is great. He makes easy melodic solos to let you know as a player that it's not that hard. I actually transcribed Freddie Freeloader, and that was pretty easy. It was pretty good. It helped me figure out what's here, what's there, how to get from there to there, honestly. If that made sense at all. Like in this chordal structure from point A to point B, I guess. You got 2-5-1s, 4-5-1s, or something like that. Also, at the end of this video, I'll be playing you Star Wars, the Star Wars theme by John Williams. I really got into classical music, and not really until when I got here. But the classical music, like film scores, that is what I've been listening to for a long time. I've always loved John Williams. What is his name? Created Superman. Oh yeah, Hans Zimmer. Sorry, brain fart. But him, Hans Zimmer, honestly, really anyone. Jerry Goldsmith. Those are like fantastic composers. They're really the ones that I kind of like loved, how I loved music, and how I was just like, wow, this is awesome. And then like in the movies where you're just like sitting there, and then either like the dinosaur pops out at you and you're like, holy cow, and then there's a big brass piece part of the music that's just like, bam, hit you right in the chest. You're like, wow. So that's really what I've played for you for those. So this week I'm asking you guys a question as to who your favorite inspirational musician is, whether they can be deceased or alive. Don't get this confused with what Allison proposed, like who your inspirational person is who got you into music, like your mom or your lesson teacher or your band director or something. But this is like who you were inspired by in like music, who you want to be, who you look up to. So like for me, it's like Miles Davis, Freddie Hubbard, Louis Armstrong, Maynard Ferguson, Nick Payton, on like just jazz guys. Those are the guys who I really look up to, especially Maynard, who's a lead player, just like me. For classical, I really never got into it until I got here, and then I actually started hearing about Chris Martin. Who is this guy? CSO, he's great, he's fantastic. Started hearing about him, started listening to him, and I was like, oh, that's the guy in Lincoln. So I was like, that's awesome. So like he's a really great player. So that's really mainly my aspect of who my inspirational musicians are. Hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you guys next Tuesday.